Welcome back to H3 Weapon Deep Dive. Today we are taking a look at our very first revolver in the spawn table. We are looking at this monstrous B, as in Bravo, 600. The B-600 is an home pistol revolver, B-600. It is chambered in 600 Magnum bolt, and it is a sci-fi fantasy weapon. This is not a real-world gun. We're having some fun today. We're going into space, to the moon. It does not have any attachments or anything that it's in the spawner, and it spawns one round of this hollow point ammunition. Let's take a look at the different ammunition types for the B-600. So let me go over the three ammo types that are in the ammo spawner. We have this white tip high explosive HE round. We've got a pointy tipped armor piercing AP round, and we've got a open ended JHP jacketed hollow point round. This is a barrel, right? What's it called? Cylinder. Cylinder. The B-600 is a 6-round revolver with a swing-out cylinder. You can see here, pressing left on the trackpad will release the cylinder. If you want to put it back in, you can use physics to just flick it back in like so, very easily. It is a double-action revolver, so pulling the trigger will both cock the hammer and fire, like so. So that's one pull of the trigger, like that. Or you can press down on the trackpad to cock the hammer and advance the cylinder ahead of time for a shorter trigger pull. You can press up on the trackpad to basically release the physics of the revolver and allow you to spin the revolver in your hand. Now, this is the first time I've actually really tried this because it is silly, but I found that flicking it doesn't work very well. You need to rotate the entire controller in a circular fashion, either towards you or away from you. So pressing, or rather holding up on the trackpad kind of releases the physics on it. And if I swing in a motion like that, I can rotate it like that. And if you swing like that, I can go like that. Woo! And releasing makes it snap back to the regular forward position. Ta-da! Pressing right on the trackpad will flip the pistol into this configuration, which is easier to reload with opposite hand. So now I can press left on the trackpad to release the cylinder, and it makes it easier to load if I'm like left-handed, like so. So I can reload it easier with my right hand now. Almost forgot. So left on the trackpad releases the cylinder, but how do you get the bullets out? Well, you gotta either grab the ejector here and pull towards you like that. So click on the, rather pull the trigger and it'll eject them like so. Or you can use physics to basically shake them loose. Now this is tricky, and make sure there's nothing in front of your controller and you're not going to punch the wall of your monitor or anything. But you can, if you're really, there they go. Usually I just use the ejector. It seems to be a lot easier. Let's look at attachments. Well, look at these rails. Ooh, sexy rails. That means we can put red dots on it. The red dots, or the rails rather, do not extend all the way out here. They're only on the front, so you got to get that red dot out there. But it works, and you can put a laser underneath. Ta-da! Everybody loves lasers. You cannot hold this gun with the 4. You can't, it's really big up here, but you can't grab it with your offhand. But you can, come back. You can add a foregrip like so, and then control it two-handed like this, like a machine pistol would. So that's an option. And you can put compensators on here. This one looks like it belongs, but you cannot put suppressors. So you cannot suppress this revolver, which is interesting to me because this is the first pistol that I've tested that took one but not the other of compensator and suppressor. So all this time I've been testing with both compensators and suppressors, thinking that they're all going to be the same, that everything that can take one can take the other. Not the case. So I learned something today with the B-600. Takes comps, but not suppressors. And also does not take stocks, unfortunately, because that would be super cool looking, right? But no luck. Oh well. Let's take a look at the sights. As you can see, these are bright, glowing blue. These are fantastic sights. These are some of the best iron sights I've seen in the game. There is not a very big notch in the back to find that front post, but it's definitely there, and it's glowing so bright, it's kind of hard to miss it. Ooh, nice. Let's see what it looks like with a red dot on it, just out of curiosity. Yeah, the red dot in this case is nice because it gets up over those sights pretty easily. They're not in the way at all, so you can put a red dot on there, no sweat. Recoil test. Well, in an unusual circumstance, I'm going to go through all 3 rounds because there's some oddities here. So this is the HE round. We're going to tackle this one first. I got my spawner here. There's no speed loader for these, so I'm just going to slap in 6 rounds, close it up, cock it, and we're going to fire 6 rounds of HE as fast as I can. Here we go. Yeah, this stuff is weird. So it's ballistically, you know, like throwing a softball or something. It's woo, just a tennis ball out there. So you're gonna have a hard time aiming with it, and things are gonna go boom all over the place. So this is a fun round to play around with. But it's not really the kind of thing I would do a recoil test on with. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. All right, recoil test with 6 rounds of AP, firing as fast as I can. Let's see what we get. 2 on the paper. We got our 10 for our first shot, and then a bunch in the ceiling, and it looks like we caught 1 on the edge of the paper, so that's not a 5. That's a 10 divided by 6. So, not so good. Let's try the JHP and see if they fare any better, shall we? All right, 6 rounds of JHP as fast as I can. Well, we got a 1, so a little better. Let me actually bring that one in. Yeah, so the recoil is all of it. Pretty crazy. Let's do another test really quickly just to see how long it takes to bring that that barrel back down to where it is useful. So, wow, if you let it rest, it's fine. The accuracy is great. Yeah. Accuracy is great. It's just that recoil. You just got to let it rest in between shots. However, I will tell you from experience that this thing will one-shot most anything in the game, including shields. Well, we can't put a stock on it. We can't put a suppressor on it, but we can put a comp on it. I'm curious, how well will it do with 6 rounds of AP with a compensator? Can we get the second one on the target? Let's find out. We did better. Not such a great shot on the first one, to be honest. That was my fault. But hey, we put some more on the paper. So let's try the JHP. The JHP did a little better in our test, so let's try it with the compensator, see if we can get a couple on the paper. More? More on the paper? It's still terrible. I gotta admit, I'm not taking a huge amount of time to get that first shot aimed in right, but you can see this was definitely an improvement, but boy. There you have it, the B-600, our first gun in the revolver category from space. Until next time, I will see you. Spicy.